So, so on your Instagram, it says you're a film enthusiast,
Yes.
right? So how do you, I had this conversation with someone the other day, like when you watch a film, what
Yeah.
are you looking for and what goes through your head? Are you like focused on plot? Is it like all these other aspects? Tell me what goes through your mind.
For me, when I'm watching a movie, yes, I do look a lot into the plot and how the story develops, but also I like films
Okay.
um, that really make me think or make me kind of like they play with me this mental game of guessing what's gonna come next. So I think, for example, I can give an example of that, which is what is the name? For example, the Shutter Island.
Oh yeah. With DiCaprio?
Yes. So you're always kind of like, okay, what's going on? Okay, this is happening. So I guess this is going to happen next. So psychological thrillers are one of my favorites, to be honest.
Okay.
And I love the way they actually play with the plot and with those kind of like plot twists and turning points within the story.
Yeah.
And that's fascinating. But don't get me wrong, like I also love like rom-coms and I love comedies and I love also drama a lot. So yeah. I mean, I'm all for movies. I'm all for movies.
What are your like top five movies?
Ooh, okay, my top five. Let's see. Okay, Shutter Island is one of those. I love The Shining. I
Okay.
love Wolf of Wall Street. Nocturnal Animals has to be another one. I don't know if you've seen that one, but it's really good. And what other one? There's one on Netflix that it's called The Invisible Guest. It's a Spanish film, but it's really good. It's really good. I recommend it. And of course, there's more, but yeah, those are some that I can think of just like on the top of my head.
Okay. So remind me what The Shining is about.
The Shining is
Like
it's
that
based
classic movie.
on
Yeah.
the novel by Stephen King.
Okay.
The hotel, and then strange things start happening at the hotel. The father goes crazy, tries to kill the family, but it's not because he's only dealing with probably his own mental health, but because the hotel has some effect on him. And you also have this kid like Danny, and the famous phrase of the red rum, red rum. Yes, it's amazing.
Okay. Now, Wolf of Wall Street. What do you love most about that?
I love the story and I love the acting. It's fantastic. I think for me, Leo DiCaprio, that was his Oscar winning film. I think the role he's playing in that movie, his performance, it's amazing. It just blows my mind how good he is at it. And I just love the story and I love how crazy the story is in some sense and
Yeah.
how these people just have a lot of money. They don't even know what to do with it. So they just spend it like nothing. And I just love it's so funny. The film is so funny to me. And I also love Jonah Hill in this movie. So it's amazing. I love it. It's one of my favorites.
I like those two actors. I think like I don't watch a lot of movies, but like DiCaprio does a lot of good work. And I think Jonah Hill is a very fine actor himself.
Yes, he is. He is. I love them both. I love them both. And to me, having them in this one movie and just like collaborating and just like playing this really like funny roles, but that are meant to be like very serious like topic, because you're dealing with fraud basically.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to me. Yeah, I love it.
So what is Nocturnal Animals about?
Okay, so Nocturnal Animals is basically it's a story of a writer, and he sent this manuscript to his ex wife or ex girlfriend, right? And throughout the story she's reading, we're basically seeing flashbacks of the story of them when they were together. So
So he wrote a story about their relationship.
basically, and he sends her the manuscript, and the story is just heartbreaking. So basically, throughout the film, we see how she broke his heart, and she got pregnant and had an abortion and didn't even tell the guy, and she married this other guy for money, for status, for other things, and she pretty much let this guy go, right? So within the novel we see a lot of reflection on that and how he loses his wife, his daughter, and how this one guy breaks his heart for killing his daughter and wife. So there's a lot of connection right there through the book and their love story, and I love the ending, because it's kind of like an open ending to interpretation. But like I was saying, like aesthetically, like visually, it's beautiful. It's a beautiful film. I think Tom Ford does a great job in choosing colors and setting out the atmosphere, both in the past during the novel and the present. We see a lot of tone in colors and shifting, and we see a lot of cold scenes and warm scenes. And I mean, it's just very well constructed. I think a lot of people haven't seen it or didn't like it because I don't hear much about it. But for me, it's one of my favorites. Honestly, I love it.
When was it made?
Ooh, I think it was made in 2016, 2017, probably around that time. I think so.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Like, so he's like known as being a fashion designer, right?
Fashion designer.
So how do you think like that influenced how he like shot the movie?
I think he has a very good eye for detail. I mean, his clothing is, I love Tom Ford. Personally, I'm a fan of Tom Ford. And I love the aesthetic he has. And you can see what you see in his clothing and his like brand. You can also see it in the movie for some reason, like the color palettes that he uses, the tones, everything is just so very well constructed. And he's very detailed, in my opinion. So you can see the detail he put into the movie, like in every single thing, and everything has like a structure within the film visually. It has a purpose on it. So yeah, he plays really well with that. It's amazing. I love it.
So when you like watch a movie, are you considering like everything in the background and not just like the actors of like in a movie, everything in that shot is there for a reason, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you have to like, what, that would be an interesting job, either to be like a film scout or like someone that goes and buys everything that has to be like authentic for this specific scene in the period. And that those two jobs would be interesting to me.
Yeah, they are. I think so. And I mean, just I've never been on a movie set or anything, and I hope to one day be there because I mean I'm a huge film enthusiast. But yes, I mean having to set up, for example, if you're talking like one of the series, the most recent series on Netflix, which is Bridgerton, I think,
Okay.
and it's like yeah, like it's way back in time, and you see this puffy dresses and everything's kind of like very well set up for the time. And I think it's just it's very expensive to make a movie like that, or
yeah, I bet.
And second, you really have to have a really good costume designing team, because I mean they are the ones designing. It's not like you can go to the store or go to Walmart and get the dresses and everything.
Yeah,
they're custom made, first of all, and two, you're dealing with another time, right? Like 1800s or 1500s. So you really have to spend a lot of money and just think very well what you want to do with your film and the image and everything. So yeah, I think it's really interesting, honestly.
I have a friend who's a paleontologist / archaeologist, and he now lives in LA, and sometimes he'll do like consulting for films.
Oh wow. Yeah.
on like how they go about like processing the stuff, like finding the stuff, and then like the authenticity of each thing. Yeah.
So there's always a lot of research that goes into making a movie, just for any different sort of reasons.
Yeah.
But yeah, you're gonna see a lot of like different strange majors that have nothing to do with film involved in a film just because they need it. So yeah. Like just like your friend, it's amazing.
Yeah. Okay, then Invisible Guests.
Ooh, this one's great. Okay, so this is a Spanish film. And the story is basically about a guy who is accused of murdering his beloved one. And he hires this lawyer, and so he's basically telling his side of the story. He's like, no, I didn't do it. And in the meantime, they also by accident, they are involved in a car accident and they kill another dude, right? So the dude goes away, basically. They pretty much like put him in the car and they throw him into the river, and that's it, right? And throughout the story, we see how he's telling his lawyer the story, and he goes through every step, everything that had happened up to the point that when they kill this dude. And in the end, it is revealed to us that the lawyer he hires, it's not really a lawyer. She's an actress, and she is the mom of the guy they killed by accident.
Wait, what?
Exactly. That is wonderful about this film. So it's a huge plot twist. You have to watch it. You have to watch it. So yeah, basically, the lawyer he hires, she's not really a lawyer. She's an actress, and she is the mom of the guy they killed. And basically, he is actually guilty of committing murder, not only of the guy on the accident, but of his lover. So it's really interesting. It's really well made. It's a huge plot twist. It's kind of like a drama thriller kind of film.
Okay.
And it's on Netflix, and it's a Spanish film. It's
Okay.
with so yeah, it's good. That one is a must see as well. It's good.
Are there any big films that were shot in El Paso or the area?
Yes, I think Glory Road. I think it's one of them. It's on Disney.
Okay. It's like the basketball coach, right?
That one was here in El Paso. What other places? I know there's some. I know there's here and there in films that they pass through here through El Paso and they get some shots. For example, I know that there is a film that's going. It's in production, I think, and it's by Mexican actor and producer. Now I think he's a director, Guillermo Garcia Bernal. He was here not so long ago, and they were shooting something. So I think that one's still in the making. I don't know what it is, but still in the making. So yeah.
What's the person's name?
Guillermo. No, I'm lying. Gael Garcia. Sorry, Gael Garcia Bernal. What am I saying? Sorry. Tripping. My bad. And I'm a fan of it.
So those are some films to look up, to research more. I've seen Wolf of Wall Street and Shutter Island.
Yeah,
those like I said, DiCaprio's got some good ones.
Yeah, he does.
What's he working on right now? Do you know anything or no?
Leo, I don't know. I have no idea. I know he's a really outspoken for climate change and everything. So probably something around there, like
okay,
activism or something. But in the acting world, I'm not really sure if he's like doing something right now. Not that I have heard of. So
yeah.